Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Good morning to you. Good afternoon. Welcome back. Now, I want you to tag this particular video to Fallback Republic and of course to Isaiah Young as well. Why? Because I want them to hear what it takes or what it means to communicate with the American government. They have claimed everything positive that other people have worked for. I have noticed that some people love to drag other people's achievements and try to claim they are the one that made it possible. Fallback Republic people said that because of their engagement with America, having handshake with the congressman, Elias said that his work is what is paying off. When a Nigerian government hired the lobby, people talked about it. Elias and Nkere, Sonakbarawa, of course, who happened to be the spokesperson of Nkere, said that their engagement in Washington is one paying off. They are the one that made it possible that pushed the Nigerian government to start hiring lobby. That the American government disgraced Nigeria as a country of particular concern is because of engagement and diplomatic move and all that. Diplomatic, engagement. We need to understand that these guys are just dragging glory snatchers, glory eaters. I have played a series of videos of people from Middle Belt, all right, Benue people, Plateau people, those communities that are facing insurgency, where they are buying people. In fact, you know those places that have IDP camp, there are people in abroad are calling international communities, human rights activists to come and see, to witness what is going on in their territory, with pictures, names, and everything, presenting it to them. Isaiah Young, in other hands, is busy telling that he's the one that made it possible. Isaiah Young, the Fallback Republic, they don't have access to what is going on in Benue. Not at all. The issue of genocide in Nigeria is something that is involved a lot of people, a lot of individuals, not one person. But some people are more active than the other. In this video, I am going to show you, how those people, especially this our brother you are seeing here, is from Benue State, Yerewata. That is a part of the Benue where he come from. And so many other people. We have seen Pastor Ezekiel doing what he's doing, trying his best to call the attention of American government. And you have seen them having press conference, reaching out to people that matter. Non-profit organizations are getting involved. People are speaking up. American activists are speaking up. Nkere and Elias are in one corner, claiming they're the one that get it done. Now, whether they are the one or not, the annoying part is that they are claiming that they are just the owner. In fact, they are, because of them, Americans are talking. That even the airstrike, American carried out this airstrike in Sokoto State is because of them. They went as far as claiming that pushing Nigerian government, disgracing Nigeria as a country of particular concern, they are the one that made it possible. They also said that without them, all this thing going on in about Christian genocide wouldn't have happened. So all this nonsense, some of us, not many, some of us know the truth. Maybe many people know the truth. I'm just saying some because I don't want to claim what I'm not sure of. I am only sure of myself. Now, this video that you're about to watch now, okay, maybe we help you. I'm not going to play it because it's a very, very long video.
People who are on the front lines reporting this.
Welcome you all here to Equipping the Persecuted's first press conference in Washington, D.C. The reason we are holding this press conference is to draw attention to what is happening in Nigeria. And I know we have some people.
Mayatiala Breeders Association, Cattle Breeders Association are not breeding any.
This video is very long. This is just like one powerful segment of, you heard what the man said, press conference in Washington, D.C. Press conference in Washington, D.C. Do you understand that? Now, not only this one, hear this one again.
Show you a video interview that I did in Nigeria, where we discuss the current situation, which most people, presumably you as well, are unaware of, if you've been following the supposed media, both liberal and conservative. There we go with those words again. But before I do so, let me tell you how this all started, how I got to know this priest, and how this interview came about.
You know this particular video is not new to you, right? These are people that have, devoted their time, their money, they spend their time and their money to make sure that they preach this message to the people that matter. Why people, Westerners started talking about it. Christian genocide. Nkere, who don't even know the boundary between Nsukka and Benue, is one telling you that he's reporting that Elias as well. You see, the reason why I kind of picking on him is not that I hate him. I keep on telling you, I don't hate Nkere. But I hate liars. I hate the level of lies that he's dishing out. It can never work. We need to spell it out the way it is, my people. That's my concern. Nothing more. So this idea of, oh, I am the one, oh, we are the one, it's not going to help anybody. Don't expect me to play the video because they are very long video. I have played it time with that number here on this channel. Conferences after conferences, interview after interview, engagement, evidence. Just yesterday, according to the report, even now that Americans have put their boots on ground, terrorists don't even care because they have vowed to, it's a do or die affair. They have spent billions of dollars to get themselves, to get to where they are today. They cannot quit because of dialogue. Never. It is being sponsored by people, different nations. It's not something that one person is in charge. They have to go face this battle because they have come out to do that and they're going to execute it. But the only thing that will stop them is the involvement of America, who have tested this idea in Syria, in Afghanistan, in Iran, in Yemen. They know their tactics, they know the modus operandi of these people. So they cannot just allow it to happen. But when you see people who want to, I prefer calling them glory grabbers or glory eaters. They don't joke with people's effort. They want to carry everything just to claim they are the one. But the moment you begin to bust their bubbles, is better. So that they will now know that nobody is a fool. We understand what they're trying to do, and it cannot just happen like that. I want you to listen to Frank, a man from Yerewata who is based in the US. Imagine you that were watching this video then, if something happened in your own village, your own backyard, between you and somebody who is elsewhere, who is going to tell the story better. Exactly what I'm saying. You understand? So the man is from Benue State. He's in US. You can see people, conferences after conferences. For example, here, let me show you this because
are on the front lines reporting this.
Just watch.
Cannot.
Just a moment. Here.
They work as security men in people's houses.
This man you are seeing here now is a priest in Benue State. Okay? Here again, wait.
The settlements and villages,
spies.
You will suffer in this.
So, the same thing with the Frank.
So well encapsulated and articulated in.
This is the same Frank. In press conference, passing this message to people that matter in America. Okay? American activist, religious organization, private human rights organization, everything, independent organization that care to know. Look at he's here making speech. Okay?
This is not just neglect.
This is the same friend.
It is active.
The same man that you are about to listen to his own video yesterday. He made a video yesterday. Now, I've told you from below, you can see his costume, how he dressed. So that is a man that okay, want to bypass that he is the one doing this and doing that, when it is obvious that he is not the one. And this is just different people contributing. You can also as well ask Google. Yes, you can ask Google list of organizations that actually participate in this Nigerian being designated or genocide going on, who reported genocide going on in Nigeria. Ask Google on your own, do research. You never see the name there. Now listen. Listen.
So just yesterday, another gruesome genocidal attack. Like
this is the same man that I just showed you now. The same man. Yesterday video reporting to you what happened, genocide that took place in Benue again in Yerwata just yesterday. The one that the another genocide is going on in Kwara State. In Kwara State, in Yoruba land. Yorubas don't talk about their problem. Their focus is to make sure that they make Ghanaian will become like Yoruba land, that Fulani cannot have free will. That's why they're supporting all these things, Igbo Muslim, and now are recruiting our people just to become like them, giving them a Fonja style. Now, but listen.
Fulani terrorists took place in Benue Abande village in Turan, in Kwande local government area of Benue State. The government in Nigeria cannot cease to amaze us, because these things happen every day, these genocidal killings. But they are rather concentrating their energies in image laundering. As we speak, there are a lot of government officials right here in Washington, D.C., starting from the First Lady of Nigeria to a lot of some state governors, some, senior government officials, moving from offices to offices, trying to denounce what's happening. But as they move from those offices, we're also going to the same offices and meeting the same people and letting know the truth of what's happening and revealing the pictures, the videos, the data of everything that's happening every day. Genocide is ongoing in Nigeria. And it's so unfortunate that maybe because we've come to sort of live with it. And so a lot of people thought that it is normal. It is not normal. Yes, they thought that it is normal. That's why, like, for instance, in Abande village right now in Kwande local government, more than 20 people were killed. But the governor of Benue State won't visit that place. The president won't visit. In nowhere in the world, no country in the world, will up to 20 people be killed that the president of the country will visit the place. Not in America, not in Russia, not in the UK, not in China. That 20 people, 20 citizens will be killed. You see, but it happened in my village, for instance, Yerota, and they didn't go there. The president didn't go, the governor didn't go until when the chief of army staff was coming, the chief of defense staff. Now it has happened in Abande village in Benue State, in Turan, that's in Kwande local government. More than 20 people were just killed in their own ancestral land on their market day. Just yesterday by Fulani terrorists. And we're behaving as if everything is normal. It's not normal. It's not normal. Terrorism is going on a genocidal scale. They are killing Christians on a genocidal scale. The biggest ever genocide recorded in this world in modern times. It's happening, unfortunately, in Nigeria, most especially in the Middle Belt, from Benue to Plateau to Taraba to Nasarawa to Niger, Kwara, So we're not going to stop, and we must have solution to this. And these guys brought up a certain strategy that when you talk about genocide, they begin to go against you. Like I've been reading in recent times where one so-called organization called the Sharia Council were like calling for the resignation of the chairman of the INEC because he wrote about genocide. Yes, genocide. And what they're doing is just a strategy, which of because that's part of your life. You like adopting strategies to deflect from the reality of what's happening. So genocide is happening daily in Nigeria, and it needs to stop. And I'll really call on the Tinubu government to bring to account the likes of, let's call the likes of Sultan Sokoto, the likes of El-Rufai, the likes of that General Dambazao, the likes of Sheikh Gumi, an established enabler, the likes of Hamid Ali, when Hamid Ali was in charge of customs, and he seized, he custom recovered over thousands of automatic weapons that were imported from Turkey. Where are those weapons? Who did they give these weapons to? So the likes of Hamid Ali, all these flaggers, they transfer.
The same Turkey that they just signed the security, whatever partnership, whatever they signed, right? And it has been rumored that Turkey are the one funding terrorism, supplying equipment to them. Honestly, they said that in every rumor, in every atom of rumor, there must be truth. So that's the way they put it. It doesn't matter how you feel, how you see it, it is not far from the truth. Not far from the truth. All these things going on now, it is premeditated act. These guys have vowed, they have resolved to carry this area, advance of whatever they're doing, just because some don't want to accept that it's religious, motivated. It is religiously motivated. All this attack. That's what it is. Anyway, listen to this.
They're just killing innocent Christians, and we're saying that they will succeed because they've been killing, but they could say that for the years they've been killing, they've never really succeeded. Just imagine if we stand up and we begin to react. So they can't win. It's not possible. We are building a new generation of resistance army. They can't win. It's not going to be possible. So let President Tinubu stand up and bring these guys to account. It's not all about coming and going all over Washington, D.C., going from offices to offices. Actions speak louder than words. Act. People need to go back to their ancestral land and settle in peace. And then the sponsors of these terrorists need to be arrested and prosecuted. Let them account for their crimes. That is what we're saying. Let them account. So we need accountability and resettlement of our people back in their ancestral land.
It appeared that people that we want to arrest them happen to be the one that are sponsoring it. That's the problem. Reason why you're not seeing that arrest is because those who want to go and arrest happen to be the one committing the crime, like funding. That's why I see it. And it will, even America themselves, they know that sending soldiers, full soldiers, is just for record purposes. So there come in a history that America said the full soldier before doing the needful. That's why I see it. They know that at the end of the day, it's going to result just like what is going on in Iran. I think America don't know that going to Iran to change the regime and everything is the solution. But they have to wait until that time comes. But guess what? People will die before that time will come. That's a sad story. That's a sad story. The world we are living in is not actually pleasant. It's not actually. They're not being proactive. They have to wait until things get out of hand before they will not do the needful. Not that they don't know, but they don't want to be blamed, because if they go on time to do it, some people will criticize them that they overreacted. That is the problem.
Accountability. When this begin to happen, we will be the people spearheading the media team of the president to tell the world what the president is doing. But for now, they are doing nothing rather than image laundering. So we can't continue like this as they move from offices to offices here in Washington and begin to launder their image or begin to twist and change the narrative. We will also go to those offices. We are here too. We'll be going to those offices, meeting the same people with raw data, raw videos, raw pictures.
Are you hearing that?
You know,
Are you hearing that? They don't have lobby. What is the name of their? What is the name of his lobby? Do you hear what he said? This part is actually the reason why I'm playing this video, just for you to hear what he said. Just for you to hear what he said. That Nigerian government are in America as of now, according to him, moving from offices to offices, from one office to another. And he said that they themselves are actually moving the same way.
we are here too. We'll be going to those offices meeting the
No,
same
listen. No, let me go back in. Just pay attention.
be the people spearheading
Now listen.
the media, spearheading the media team of the president to tell the world what the president is doing. You know, but for now they are doing nothing rather than image laundering.
Exactly.
So we can't continue like
Damage
this
control.
as they move from
To cover
offices
up.
to offices here in Washington and begin to launder their image.
Nigerian government are moving from one office to another, office to office in America to make the image look good. Why report breaking news is keep on coming from Nigeria, and he said that as they're moving to try to do the damage control, we'll be bringing the evidence of the recent video and past event, connecting the dot. Then at the end of the day, truth will surface. Truth will take charge, take it course.
To what twist and change the narrative. Who also go to those offices? We are here too. We'll be going to those offices, meeting the same people with raw data,
It's raw data,
raw videos,
raw videos.
pictures, evidence. You know,
Now, after doing this, Fallback Republic will come and tell you that they are the one that made it possible. Do you now understand what I'm trying to say? The same thing applicable to PM court case and all everything. People are busy claiming what they're not doing. I can only tell you what the one I know. A lot of things, so many things are flying everywhere, you know. But I'm not gonna end it here. Please make sure you like this video and tell me what you think. What is your take? What do you understand from all this that we discuss now? Do you agree or disagree? Hit on the comment section and don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Support us in any way you can, and please make sure you share it, of course, to many platforms of your choice. God bless you and take care of yourself. Bye bye for now. Take care. Bye.